I need to sell my house, and it's a daunting thought. I'm already so busy, and I have no idea where to start. I know there are tons of forms involved, staging, and the showings. I think of the crazy world out there, and it may even be dangerous to have strangers coming into my house, but I don't want to spend the money to hire a realtor.
At Coldwell Banker Kennard Real Estate, we understand your concerns. You'll be surprised to know that you may make more money faster and stress-free by working with one of our experts. Give us a call today for a free consultation. 423-414-1002 or 423-284-3233.
Informational, fun,
timely,
relevant.
That's what people are saying about A to Z in real estate. 30 minutes packed with great info for home sellers, buyers, and investors. And now let's welcome your host, Lizzie Cohen.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to A to Z in Real Estate. I am Lizzie Cohen. This program is brought to you by Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty. And today we're going to be talking about we're going to give an update on mortgage lending, and also we're going to talk about what to expect in the remainder of the year in the housing market. And for that, I have my co-host with me, Sean, in the studio. Welcome, Sean.
Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're doing all right?
Yeah, doing great. Doing great. Happy Saturday to you. Looking forward to this warm weather we're having.
I am too, except for the pollen.
Right.
The pollen count continues to be high. A lot of people with allergies out there, a lot of breathing problems. I know you had a personal experience with that, thankfully.
Little allergy attack this from my niece, but all things are good. All things are good. Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
thank God for that. Well, we are going to also, before I get on the subject, I want to do a little recount on what happened last Saturday with the Casa Run Walk. And I understand it was a success. I wasn't there personally, but I understand it was very successful. Right. And one of our very own, Delwyn Lopez, He came in 17th place.
And what was there, 1 million runners?
No, not that many, but quite a bit. I mean, hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds for sure. And Delwyn said, boy, if I would have trained a little bit, and he played soccer, at Cleveland High. And
so that was cold turkey for him.
He just jumped out and did it.
And he did it. We're very, very, very grateful and proud of Delwyn. And everybody had a great time. It was a nice event for a nice cause. And, we're happy to be part as a company of this kind of outreach to the community, where, in this particular case, it was to support the court-appointed special advocate, CASA, organization, which is so needed. Not enough can be said about what they do and how needed they are in our community.
Right, and we actually had one of our agents sign up to be one of the advocates as well. So.
Really?
Yeah, Lila.
And actually, I am looking into that as well. I'm considering becoming a special advocate for children in need. So we're thrilled that took place and looking forward to the next one. But let's get on the subject right now. So for that, we're going to have Nancy Collins, who is with Fairway Mortgage Corporation. She's that company is one of our sponsors, and she's going to be brought in via Zoom. So hello, Nancy, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here, guys. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Good.
All right. Well, Nancy, first thing I want to ask you is how was that first quarter for you in the lending industry, mortgage lending?
It's been a whirlwind for sure. We've been blessed, without a doubt.
A lot. What about? And then you're talking about mortgage for buyers, right? What about the refinancing?
So our purchase business the first quarter was up about 20%. And only about 3 to 5% of our business is refinance, because typically we do that for past clients on a needed basis.
Excellent.
You have a question for Nancy?
No, I think that's great that they focus on buyers, over the refis. That's pretty cool. Just commenting.
Yeah.
So Nancy, do you foresee any, I mean, this whole pandemic era in which we are right now, it started last year evidently, has had a tremendous impact in the housing industry and the mortgage lending industry as well. Do you foresee any changes? People are constantly asking us if there's going to be a sharp increase in interest rates. Do you foresee a spike worthy to be noticed right now?
No, we're seeing a gradual increase, and that's typically how rates adjust themselves to correct the market.
Yes.
And I think we'll continue to see that gradual increase, but it's going to take time. I don't think we'll necessarily get back to where we were in 7 and 8.
Yeah. That's what we hear too. Is we read and try to keep updated on that subject. Is that it will climb gradually up to the low 3%, 3.1, 3.2. Is that right, Sean?
Yeah, we pull our data from National Association of Realtors, and Lawrence Yun did his first quarter update, and they're predicting 3.2 as an average for the year. They're not expecting from our side to see a big bump. Because that's still driving, the recovery right now, housing and financing. So that's what we're hearing on our side. But we always want to check with the professionals, Nancy, to see what you're seeing out there. But, rest assured, I think it's going to be pretty steady for the rest of this year, for sure.
Yeah, which is, an assurance for the people that are hoping to buy. And I would like for Nancy to tell us a little bit about Fairway Corporation, Fairway Mortgage, and so the audience can get familiar with your company.
Sure, I'd be glad to. So Fairway Mortgages, we're actually celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. So happy birthday, Fairway.
Happy birthday.
Fairway was started by a loan officer, so it was always very customer minded and driven. And that was one of the things that attracted me to Fairway as well, along with the fact that mortgages is all we focus on. Our customers, getting them in their homes, and being able to control that cost, and keeping it down as much as possible, and helping a wide array of people. We're not just, helping one
huge amounts of money,
one mortgage type. We're helping everyone, and we do it all in-house, which was, that's just huge in this industry, that you're doing the processing, underwriting, closing, everything within Fairway's walls.
Yeah, that's great. And that's why we are like-minded in that regard. We, as realtors, we help anybody. A first-time buyer that can only afford $100,000 home, $80,000 home, all the way to $1 million homes. We're here to serve that broad array of people in our communities. And so that's great. We specialize in serving people, period. And I know Fairway Mortgage is the same.
Nancy, I had a question for you. So, I train a lot of new agents, in the office, and we always want to get them with a mortgage partner, as quick as possible to get them pre-qualified. Of course, we're going to have that buyer consultation, and it's always going to, start and end with, you need to be pre-qualified. What can we do to kind of set the table for them to speak with you? What are the questions we should be asking them, or how should we make that handoff as seamless as possible?
That's a really good question, Sean. So typically, the way my business has just kind of evolved over the 20 years is that it's really just, it's a one-on-one conversation, and it's different for every buyer. So as you're talking with somebody, just in general conversation, are they relocating here? Are they already here? Have they been on their job? These are things that are going to kind of get them in the mindset of what a lender like myself is going to ask them, because those are, A, B, C building blocks on structuring that mortgage. And just so that they know those questions are a part of helping them get qualified and putting those pieces together. So anything just personal about their work, their rental history, anything like that that can help them try to get in the mindset. And then just a basic introduction of, Nancy's been in the business for 20 years. This is what she's going to do for you. And she's going to do it within a 24-hour period. So we know where we stand and can start home shopping.
That's great. And I just want to mention also that one of the things that I love about working with Fairway Mortgage is that you guys have this app where a potential borrower can upload or download onto their phone and look at the lending process, fill out an application, and step by step be guided in the whole process of the mortgage lending. I think that's very, very nice for a buyer, especially a first-time buyer.
Well, and especially with borrowers that maybe are working second, third shift, their best or most opportune time to speak or work on their loan application or pre-qualification is after hours. Not that I don't take after-hour calls, that definitely happens, but sometimes it's just more suitable for some people to be able to jump on their computer and knock some information in, and then I can jump in and work on it the next morning. It also gives them a portal to upload documents into, and then on the flip side of that, their realtor that referred that customer over has an automatic CRM so that they can also keep up and help with no personal information disclosed to them, but it just lets them know, your borrower has spoke with Nancy and here is where we are in the process.
And a CRM, of course, it stands for Client Relations Manager or Management, which is great, Nancy, to have. I'm just curious, do you see that there's a bulk of the age group that we call the millennials that are more prepared to have all of their documents uploaded onto that system faster than people that are not in that age break or bracket?
So, kind of. And the reason I say that is this. The millennials aren't used to having hands-on bank statements. They're not used to having hands-on pay stubs. So sometimes they have to get those things. They're very literate on how to get them. They're just not used to dealing with them per se. So typically it's not where people my age are getting a statement and figuring out how to get it into a PDF or into an app. The millennials definitely have, the advantage on that, but it's just the literally, I need a pay stub or I need a bank statement is kind of their learning curve. But the app is just so kind of one size fits all, and it's so user friendly.
It really is.
A lot of people once they get in there, they're like, oh wow, because it's not cumbersome like a loan application truly is on my side. It's very user friendly, and it's 3 questions or 4 questions per screen, so it's not overwhelming for someone that's just getting started.
It's such a big help, and it's definitely keeping up with the times on the side of Fairway to provide that for the potential borrowers. Anyway, so tell us, to help the audience be acquainted with your company, what kinds of loan products do you offer to the consumer?
Just about any product that's out there, unless it's some kind of specialty program that's just an in-house, bank program or something. But FHA, USDA, VA, we have low down payment. We have down payment assistance programs. We can finance manufactured housing on permanent foundations. So I mean, the list is kind of endless when it comes into, like, when you start talking about programs. We even get into local, like the THDAs, the Georgia Dreams, the down payment assistance programs, grants that are offered by specific counties that might assist with down payment assistance. We have doctor's loans. We have, we could really talk about this, probably a whole show.
Now, we are so used to talking with acronyms and all of that, Nancy. We talk about FHA and VA and THDA, etc. And for us, it's just like, it's the language that we handle on a day-to-day basis. But we know very well how overwhelming and how confusing that could be, especially for a first-time buyer / borrower that has never or very seldom heard any of those terms. Do you provide or you allow for some time where you sit down with the client and you educate that client on these things answer questions that might be very basic for us, but for them make a difference between feeling completely clueless and uncomfortable and having a level of comfort by understanding what they are about to engage in.
Absolutely. So enlisting those programs, if you will, it sounds very overwhelming when really, if you dive into loan programs, there's essentially 4 or 5. And then those different programs spur off from that. But the pre-qualification process is really an opportunity for me to collect information to better assist the buyer. Financial goals, down payments, payment, their ideal payment, where they want to be, what they don't want to go over. And the reason we start with the pre-qualification is because that credit score, those debt to income ratios, are the driving force behind what loan program is going to fit that borrower. And then we kind of match it up to their financial goals for them. And all of those things, as they start to go into motion, is what leads us in the direction of, hey, this is the goal in the payment, this is the goal in the down payment, here's where they want to be in 5, 10, 30 years, maybe this is a forever home, maybe it's a 5-year home. So all those questions that we do at pre-qualification help us better help them into choosing the right program for them. But yes, during pre-qualification, and even if they apply online, I always go back through the online application and then talk to them one-on-one and fill any holes in that may be there and ask any additional questions that I may need to answer to help them better.
And that is so priceless. The key there being one-on-one consultation. That is priceless.
Yes.
What do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Don't go back. Stay tuned.
Nancy Collins is a branch manager at Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Her goal is to help you find the right financing options to fit your unique needs. Contact her today at 706-280-9763 to learn more. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2289, is an equal housing opportunity lender. LO NMLS number 195344. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers qualify. Georgia Resident Mortgage Licensee number 21158. Branch location 307 West Emory Street, Unit C, Dalton, Georgia 30720.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, serving the local real estate needs since 1974, offering residential, commercial, and land purchase. The market keeps hitting new highs and inventory is low. Maybe it's time to check what your current market value is. Talk to the professionals at Coldwell Banker Kennard. Let them guide you on your next move. Coldwell Banker Kennard, we never stop moving. Leave your mark on the world of real estate. Call them at 423-476-5532. Located 2650 Peerless Road Northwest.
Welcome back to A to Z in Real Estate. Lizzie Cohen here and Sean Matthews here with me in the studio. We have been having a conversation with Nancy Collins from Fairway Mortgage.
Good information, the communication, walking us through the process of, getting somebody, to that stage of, what type of loan product. I like her, methodology, the one-on-one consultation. So pretty cool.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the app.
Yeah.
That people can download to their phone, where they can fill out the application and see the progress of their process, their loan process.
Right.
That's priceless.
And Fairway is a good communicator. On our side, we know what's going on when that appraisal's ordered. We get those trigger points too, which is really nice because it makes us look good.
And be part of the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when our client asks us, hey, what's going on? If for some reason they didn't look at their phone, we are able to tell them
quickly,
this is where you are. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very priceless. And Nancy, we just want to thank you for being here in the show with us today, helping the audience understand a little bit about what Fairway Mortgage offers to them as potential borrowers. And also, we tend to focus a lot on first-time buyers because obviously, that is the group of people that, has the hardest time understanding the process and whatnot. But this is also applicable for repeat buyers. Mm-hmm. Because every transaction is different, as we know. Every time you're going to buy a house, you are facing a different set of circumstances, and it's a process. So it also applies to those repeat buyers that are buying their second, third, or fourth home.
Investment, second homes, absolutely.
Yep. Nancy, how do they get in touch with you if somebody wanted to reach out to you?
Sure. They can always call me at 280-9763, or they can call the office, and that number is 706-541-8983. And then my email address, which is on the little commercial that runs, is nancy.collins@fairwaymc.com, and I'll be glad to help them.
Perfect. And we appreciate you being a partner with us on this radio show. So thank you for that.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you very much, Nancy. And we will see you next time. We're going to switch gears now and talk a little bit about the housing market, what to expect for the remainder of the year. We have some information about that. So thank you so much, Nancy. And so, Sean, we are experiencing, you were telling me it's not really a bubble.
No.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so when National Association of Real Estate puts out their forecasts, they look at hundreds of pages of data, and data points, and one of the biggest things is failure for the builders to keep up with the demand.
Yes.
So after the Great Recession in 2006, 7, and 8, builders really pulled back, and that we're seeing the effect of that now. Because we talked about that the supply of homes being between 1 and 2 months supply, and nationally it's maybe a 4-month supply calculated over all United States. So we're really in an inventory crunch. So
It should be a 6-month supply,
right,
in a normal balanced market.
Exactly.
So
we're coming out of the pandemic. People are starting to get vaccinated and move around. But housing was a driving force last year.
It was,
and it was just a booming year for us, and we don't see it slowing down. We see that continuing, and there's many reasons. So the part that we have to watch carefully is the increase, how fast our property's going up in value. So we look at that, and the GDP, they're expecting to be 5.5 next for 2021. But that's because there's a lot of stimulus money out there. There's a lot of things going on in the market that's going to drive that. So we try to keep up with all these reports and say it's okay. We're real estate's on a local level. And we're going to talk to everybody that really would like to sell. But we don't see it as a bubble. We just see it as a supply crunch right now. And with that, you're going to have an increase in value. Because of the limited supply. But like with Nancy here, on the call, we've also got those interest rates hovering around that 3.2%. So the money is cheap, and the buying power is very strong.
That's what a strong element that has caused this interesting market in which we are, whereby there's the supply is not enough to meet the demand, because there's more buyers, more people able to buy due to the lower interest rates. And even with that slight climb that we're beginning to see, the trend will continue to be steady.
Sure. And and there's other things, days on the market. Days on the market are cut probably in half from last year. So on average, it's 20 days on the market, but it's not uncommon to see a house go under contract in 2 days.
It's
so
not.
It comes
Not
on
in
the
this market.
People look at it over a couple of days, multiple bids come in, and that property goes under contract. So, it is a fast market. There's been a little bit of a shift, but we're still, we're having one of our best months ever here in May, at Caldwell Banker, Kennard Realty. So, they're still able to obtain a house. We're still able to help them. So, there's no panic, but it is, you're putting your sneakers on now. You really have to be ready to go.
And educated.
Yes.
And we're here to help people understand what constitutes a strong offer on the buyer side.
Right.
And then on the seller's side, also understanding that, yes, even though it's still a seller's market, properties still have to appraise.
Right.
And we can't just arbitrarily say, inflate the price because there is a demand. Right. And so the bottom line is, here at Caldwell Banker, we're here to serve the community, serve our buyers, our sellers. We very gladly will take a consultation. We offer free consultation in our office, which is again located at 2650 Peerless Road, Northwest in Cleveland. And to sit down with you, answer questions. We take pride in being a resource for the community.
Right, and don't forget we've got those 4 offices in Georgia. So
That's
if
right.
somebody wants a Georgia contact, whether it's Dalton or
Calhoun.
Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, we can refer them off, by calling the main number 423-476-5532, and we'll get them placed with somebody that can help them. So
that one important thing, I don't want to forget about that.
Sure.
Excuse me for interrupting, but Coldwell Banker is a national franchise and even an international franchise. What does that mean? If you need to relocate, you need to sell your house here and move to Florida, for instance, we can connect you in Florida with a Coldwell Banker agent that has been vetted, that will give you a great service from here. And so, it's a turnkey service that we can provide.
Right.
And that's simply because we are a network of companies. Every Coldwell Banker office is individually owned.
Right. Well, there are some corporate. There's a corporate
corporate
component
element.
of some, sure.
But we're connected as a network.
Yeah, exactly, independently. And we're in 40 countries, like you said, so that helps us on a lot of fronts because we do handle international clients. Our global luxury program, the syndication, nobody has anything like that. So when you're talking about getting relocated to Paris,
we can help you,
or China, we can help you. So it's the local company with the global reach, and we really have agents to help everywhere. And you do bring up a good point. A lot of people might be happy with their house here, but they might have a second home, in Florida or Colorado that they want to sell. We can help them with that. We can put them in touch with an agent. We can quickly get it evaluated and see if it's a good time to make that decision. So, reach out to us with those referrals. I've got one going in Austin, Texas right now. Family's coming this way. The realtor went out there this week and looked at it. So, it's an exciting time to be able to do that. And they're collaborating with me. This is how much they're going to be working with. We're not able to find a house high enough in value for them,
Wow.
because they're coming out here and they're in that $1 million market, and they're getting everything they want for $600. So they're pretty excited about coming to Tennessee.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We are here in Tennessee, especially now that we became an income tax-free state, full blown.
Yeah.
It's a place, it's a destination state to live in, and I believe that in the coming years we're going to see an exodus into our state because of that reason, and we're ready. We are ready to handle people moving to Tennessee. We love Tennessee, in Georgia, as well as our network, our area here. So give us a call.
Right. So how do they get in touch with you, Lizzie?
423-414-1002.
Awesome.
Call or text.
Yeah, and again.
And yours?
Sure, Coldwell Banker, Kennard Realty. Mine is 423-476-5532 is the office number. And just reach out to us, give us a call. We've got, property management, commercial, residential, whatever you're looking for, we can help you solve those real estate needs.
Absolutely. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in today in our program. We hope that it was of value, and we hope to see you again next week.
Nancy Collins is a branch manager at Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Her goal is to help you find the right financing options to fit your unique needs. Contact her today at 706-280-9763 to learn more. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2289, is an equal housing opportunity lender. LO NMLS number 195344. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Georgia Resident Mortgage Licensee number 21158. Branch location 307 West Emory Street, Unit C, Dalton, Georgia 30720.
Have you seen the new Coldwell Banker North Star signs? Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has been serving the East Tennessee and North Georgia area since 1974 with 5 offices in Cleveland, Tennessee, Dalton, Ringgold, Cartersville, and Calhoun, Georgia. With the latest technology, CBKR's 145 licensed agents are ready to serve all your real estate needs. Call today, 423-476-5532. They offer residential, commercial, and land and property management. Call and speak to one of their licensed professionals today.